My friend, I am not in the habit of asking for favors, but... well, I just got some news from Aurelia. You remember her, my childhood friend we helped during the tourney? She's gone traveling. After that business with her mother and the tourney, I encouraged her to find her own way, which is... grand. Unfortunately, some of her things were stolen, including a signet ring I gave her many years ago. It's a signet ring representing my family's business, Felwall Mercantile. Someone wearing that ring could pretend they were working for my parents. That would be... bad. Aurelia is on Stros Mackay. If you don't mind, could we go speak with her? Thank you so much. Hopefully Aurelia will exercise a little wisdom and stay put. According to her letter, we should find her at the Screaming Mermaid Inn on Stros Mackay. Of course. It's been a pleasure to travel with you since that day at the tourney, but we haven't had much of a chance to chat about my past. What would you like to know? I'm not sure, she didn't say. If I had to guess, she met a pretty face and decided to follow him to the island. Half of Aurelia's stories sound like the beginning to a romance novel. I would never... Yes, of course I'm a fan of romance novels. What woman in the Knightly Order is not? Have you read Desires of the Sword? But wait, that's not important right now. My father and the late Lord Jorvel were friends. When it came time to see to my education, the Knight Commander offered me a place in her household. It was a kindness I still thank her for to this day. Since I was old enough to hold a branch and pretend to fight Daedra, my parents supported me all the way, and set about making sure I got what I needed. So that's why Aurelia and I grew up together, as almost, but very much not, sisters. As much as I can, but they're often out of town on business trips. We're always together for holidays like New Life, though. They were in Somerset when we won the tourney. That's why they weren't at my knighting ceremony. It's not made of gold or studded with gems, no. But signet rings allow banks and trading partners to know if one of the family's agents are negotiating in good faith. Someone could cause no end of trouble for my parents with that ring. That is a very good question. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Because... well, that's not important right now. Let's just focus on the here and now, all right?
Stranger, the stockade ruffian hauled away my husband. Can you help me? You're actually stopping to help? Everyone else ignored me or looked at me as though I were insane. My husband and I, we were here at Amino Station on business. Then the jailers grabbed poor Valentine and dragged him away. Into their damn prison stockade. And it won't be long before they finish processing him. Then they'll banish poor Valentine into the jungle and I'll never see my beloved again. Help me save my husband, stranger. I'll pay you handsomely. Please. On the prison island of Aminos? Hardly. Besides, there's no time. Here, take this bottle of Dufort Red. It's a rare vintage that Jailer Omdil absolutely adores. Give him that and he'll let you inside. Then find my Valentine and get him out of there. Here, I'll mark a location on your map. There's a spot out in the jungle where we can meet. I'll have us away off this cursed island by the time you collect Valentine and get there. Just give Jailer Omdil the wine, get inside, and find my husband. I do my research. Everyone in town says Jailer Omdil loves wine. They also say he's willing to look the other way in exchange for a free bottle every now and again. He guards the back way into the stockade, which is perfect for your purposes. Nothing illegal, if that's what you're asking. Well, nothing overtly illegal. We were watching the ships come and go, looking for a suitable crew and cargo we could take advantage of. We're thieves, all right. Maybe the jailers recognized Valentine. Look, I may have exaggerated my distress when we met, but everything I told you is true. They grabbed Valentine for no reason, and if we don't get him out, he'll be lost forever. It's not just the dangerous currents that make Aminos a prison. They do something when they process the prisoners. Magic or alchemy, I don't know the details. But anyone banished to the jungle, they can't survive anywhere but on this accursed rock. It's a perfect prison, and totally inhumane. Aminos Station is the only safe place on this damn rock. It consists of a port, a town, the prison stockade, and the jailer's keep. The rest of the island is a dangerous jungle, full of ferocious beasts. And I don't just mean the prisoners. The jungle's as bad as the darkest pit of oblivion. Wild beasts, monsters, and banished marauders roam freely. Valentine wouldn't last 2 shakes of a guar's stubby tail out there. And if they process him, he'll be trapped until something kills him. I don't know. It depends. Some prisoners undergo processing within days. Others get to remain in the stockade indefinitely, as a reward for some service or another. The jailers call them trusties. I'd use a different word. There's no need. Getting to Aminos isn't hard. Getting off the island? That's another matter. Besides, between the gangs, the creatures, and whatever the jailers do to process the prisoners, only the toughest survive. And they have nowhere to go. Look, Valentine and I are thieves, and we're damn good ones. Getting into and out of impossible situations is what we do. In my case, I've had time to plan and prepare. Valentine didn't get the chance. That's why you need to go in there and help him. It's simple. You find my husband before they process him, escort him to the location I marked on your map, and we all get away before the jailers notice a thing. Trust me. Valentine and I have been doing stuff like this since the moment we met. Funny story. Mabson hired us separately to pull off the same job. She hoped we'd kill each other, to eliminate the competition, you understand. The look on her face when she found us, arm in arm, waiting in her chamber 2 nights later? Priceless.
Unless you want to become a permanent resident of the prison stockade, just move along, citizen. I'm tired, I'm thirsty, and I'm not in the mood for gadabouts from High Isle today. Have you lost your senses? Why in the name of Rupka's starry britches do you want to go inside? There's nothing but murderers, cut purses, and thieves in there. They'll eat you alive. Is that... It is! A rare du Fort Red! My favorite! Alright, take this outfit, wear it, and the jailers will think you're a trustee and leave you alone. Oh, but watch out for any jailers carrying a torch. They can spot a disguise in a sandstorm. As for finding a thief, I'd check the head jailer's office in the keep if I were you. You want to see if the thief you're looking for has been processed yet or not. The head jailer keeps a ledger with that information. Put on that trusty outfit before you head inside. If you get caught, we never had this conversation. Understand? Good. Depends on your intentions. If you just want a word or two with the thief, the head jailer keeps records of which prisoners are in the stockade and which have been sent to the jungle. On the other hand, processing means a lot more if you're planning a rescue. But I don't want to know nothing about that. If the thief has been processed, then he's already been banished, or he's about to be. And once that happens, there's no leaving this island. At least not alive. What? Do I look like some fancy robe from the Mages Guild? The process is magical, I think. Or maybe alchemical. Anyway, a processed prisoner can only survive in the wilds of Amanos. If you can call living in that jungle surviving. Now go away.
You don't belong here, do you, little mouse? You may be able to fool the less attentive jailers and inmates of this place, but not me. Don't worry, I won't reveal your secret. As long as you tell me why you're here, of course. Valentine, Valentine. Yeah, maybe I know such a person. You seem the courageous sort. Let's make a trade. Help me get revenge on another inmate, and I'll point you in the right direction to find... what's his name? Oh, nothing violent. A trustee named Yavara likes to make camp on the platform over there. All I need you to do is steal something from a jailer and place it in her bedroll. Simple as dirt. Do me this favor, and I'll tell you where to find Valentine. Not just any prisoner, Yavara. That viper used something I found to earn her status as a trustee. I should be the one getting 3 meals a day, a spot on the platform, and a guarantee I won't be processed. Help me teach her a lesson, and I'll help you. Great. Listen carefully. Jailer Zalze keeps his footlocker nearby, and I happen to know he never locks it. Just reach in, grab something valuable, and stick it in Yavara's bedroll. She's got eyes like a hawk, though, so you might need to distract her.
My bedroll.
Oh, what a horrid smell! Did someone leave that waste barrel open again?
Well, were you able to slip one of the jailer's valuables into Yavara's bedroll? Excellent. My turn. I never renege on an agreement. Valentine arrived in the stockade earlier today. We got to talking, and he asked me to help him slip into the caldera. That's what the jailers call the area between their keep and the gates that lead into the jungle. Not the safest place to go wandering, in my opinion, but Valentine insisted. Valentine said he needed to check something past the big tree, near where the waterfall plunges down. Head north out of the stockade until you see the river, then follow it toward the falls. My guess is you'll find him in the clearing to the west.
Damn, the legend was right. I do need free key. Oh, hello. If you're one of those horrid prisoners come to rob me, I'm afraid my current situation has left me quite destitute. But come to think of it, if you'd be willing to help me out, I can promise you a sizable chunk of gold. What'd he say? Marcel? Why would she do that? She knew my plan was to get arrested and steal the Daybreak Gem. I let those jailers grab me on purpose. Well, at least it sounds like she has a better exit strategy than I devised. From the prison? Whatever gave you that idea? No, I needed to get into the prison to examine a book I knew was inside the jailer's keep. Secrets of Aminos, a rare tome full of secrets I require to access the old vault. The one where the Daybreak Gem is stored. Pay attention, my friend. I didn't think I was going too fast. The old vault was built and forgotten years ago, but with the information from that book, I finally know how to open it. Will you help me? I hoped the legend was wrong, that I'd only need the one key I already have, but alas, it requires 3 keys to open the vault, and now I know where to find them. Help me survive the jungle and acquire the other keys, and I'll pay you handsomely. Brilliant! According to the book, the keys were hidden separately, one in the southern jungle, the other in the west. Here, I'll mark your map with the location specified. Have you heard the legend of the hidden vault? It's quite fascinating. It's remarkable. The legend of the Sisters. Famaza, Finami, and Farah, a trio of pirates who amassed untold treasure from their raids along High Rock's coast. According to the story, they chose Aminos as the site to build their hidden vault. Well, this was before Aminos Station and the prison stockade. The sisters built their vault and hid their treasure. While the vault was under construction, Famaza fell in love with a local named Altinway. That's when everything started to fall apart. Altinway convinced Famaza to betray her sisters so they could keep the treasure for themselves. Her sisters learned of the plan and hid their keys before any confrontation could occur. You see, all 3 keys were needed to open the vault. Nothing good. The sisters died fighting each other, leaving Altinway with 1 key and the secret of the vault. He bragged of it in a tavern, which is how the legend got started. He met his end searching the jungle for the other 2 keys. This isn't just any gem. The Daybreak Gem has a rich history, and it's part of a different legend. I'll let you in on another secret. With the Daybreak Gem, I can find an even more legendary vault that contains an even greater treasure. Precisely. Now you see why I was willing to risk banishment to obtain the Daybreak Gem. I'm just glad Marcel found you and sent you to help. She really is a terrific partner. Now, let's go get those keys. Right behind this rocky cliffside. The locks are hidden in the boulder I was examining. Ingenious design, but it definitely requires all 3 keys. You know, I was hoping the legend was wrong about that. Oh well. A lot of research went into determining which rare book mentioned the keys, then more to find out there was a copy in the prison. After I obtained Famaza's key from a far too trusting descendant, I came here. Anyway, we'll soon have the other keys. Dangerous? Sure, but nothing you can't handle. We haven't been processed yet, so we can come and go from the jungle as we please. Just make sure none of the jailers notice. They usually don't pay much attention outside the stockade, though.
Stendar keep me safe. And my coins in my purse. Ready to ride.
drank our entire stock.
Me, where's your proof? Just because I woke up in a pile of bottles doesn't mean I'm guilty. Those could have been gotten there in any number of ways.
Mornar needs adventurers! Who's got the sand for the job?
Back in the saddle.
day. When is House Mornar going to do something? You know, House Fort never had these problems on High Isle. It's not entirely true.
Your people are in as much danger as everyone else, Captain. Sea elves make no distinction when it comes to staging raids.
I didn't say we weren't.
Be nice to get off my feet. Thank you so much. Hopefully Aurelia will exercise a little wisdom and stay put. According to her letter, we should find her at the Screaming Mermaid Inn on Stros Mackay. Do you think there's a sweet shop around here? Let's take a look.
I serve? It depends where you need to go. This is a working ship. From here, we travel to Stros Makai. A bit tricky, but we should be able to make it before the weather changes. Or you could head into the city. Perhaps stretch your legs a bit. Try the local brew. It's up to you.
I could use a break.
There she is. Who's that with her? He looks familiar.
I can't believe the town guard didn't want to help us.
We'll keep looking, Lady Aurelia. I bet he's just laying low somewhere on the island.
I remember you. You helped Isabel during the Sapphire tourney. Oh, you do seem to catch me at my worst, I must say. I'm not hurt, no. Izzy must have told you what happened. I came here with a painter friend, Kiv Linders, and I thought our rooms were burgled a few days ago. Well, it turns out Kiv was the thief. He'd been after my jewelry from the start. Something just felt off. I asked a waitress about him, and she said Kiv was well known as a swindler. I went to his room to confront him, and we tussled. In fact, I tore his travel bag, and one of my earrings fell out. Then he took off running. Nothing truly valuable, but Isabel gave me that ring with her family crest all those years ago. I know it's important to her, and I really wanted to get it back. When I went to the town guard, they just laughed at me.
I cannot believe you lost that ring, Aurelia. Hello, Captain Marceau. Funny to see you here.
Good to see you, Isabel. I know you're upset, but the thief may still be on the island. Perhaps more stolen goods fell from his bag as he ran.
That's a great idea. If he dropped more things as he ran, we could use the trail to track him.
Yes, go and see. Maybe he dropped the ring, and it's just sitting in the street somewhere.
I've heard good things about you, Traveler. I'm glad Isabel has someone she trusts by her side. Hopefully you can find the signet ring before the thief flees Stros Makai. Ah, apologies. I'm Marceau, a captain under the Valois Mercantile banner. I work for Isabel's folks. Thanks, Sai, I got thirsty. I came here to the inn for a drink and saw Lady Aurelia bawling her eyes out at the bar. I've worked for Isabel's parents for many years, yes. I've known both women since they were young, though I must admit, it's been some time since I've seen Lady Aurelia. I just regret I wasn't of any assistance to her. Look around, friend. Stros isn't exactly a bastion of philanthropic do-gooders. Good luck in your search. I'll stay with Lady Aurelia, ensure she stays safe. If the thief is gone, well, Isabel will need to tell her parents about the missing ring.
I cannot believe she followed some dark elf knave with a wink and a grin to the far side of the world. Ugh, I can smell that from here. Is that hair grease? Ugh, figures. be something from our thief. If he didn't hear it hit the ground, he was probably moving quickly. He went to the docks. I can't wait to get my hands on that skeever. Ooh, sweet roll. I was right. He must have gone for a ship. Let's ask around. Maybe someone saw where he went.
I am on a break, contemplating the dark elf there at the boats. One day I'll kill him, I think. Don't know him. Someone came through here in a hurry, though. Thought about killing him, too. Quick like, dagger in the back. Didn't. Someday, maybe. Probably. Ask Adra. I have other things to think about.
That was a bit creepy.
I don't take bribes, I'm very busy, and before you ask, no, we don't ship thorn geckos in bulk. Listen, friend, Stroh's is one of the busiest ports this side of Hughes Bane. Lots of folks come through here. But yeah, I saw Kivlinder's. Seems this sly bastard has gone legit. He booked passage on a ship working a job for Velwam Mercantile. Sure, he was on Didesi's ship, the Sensh's Heart. They sailed for Seydanine. Davak Laren over there can get you to Seydanine if you have coin.
Drake. Let's talk, my friend. I hoped this would be a quick trip to a distant port. Retrieve the ring, then share a drink at the docks. Instead, I have to ask if you'll sail to Vardenfell with me. I feel like we have to. He's already used the signet to buy a passage on a boat. My parents' business is built on their excellent reputation. What if he uses that ring to withdraw funds or cheat one of our trade partners? Thank you, my friend. On top of what this could mean to my family, I'm just so annoyed with Aurelia. I cared. When I gave her the ring all those years ago, it meant a great deal. I can't believe she let this happen.
Oh, no, he got away! Isabel, I'm so sorry. Are you going after that scoundrel?
Yes, thanks to my extremely kind companion here. Aurelia, what am I going to do with you?
I feel terrible about how this has all turned out. I do hope you go after him. Good luck to you both.
Vardenfell has always sounded so mysterious to me. I mean, I'm from an island country as well, but the Dark Elves, their culture, it seems so very different than the Sisters.
Vardenfell isn't for the faint of heart. But if that's where you want to go, I can probably accommodate you. Not so loud. The docks have ears, you know. We set sail for Seydanine on the first favorable breeze.
Vardenfell has always sounded so mysterious to me. I mean, I'm from an island country as well, but the Dark Elves, their culture, it seems so very different than the Sisters.
We're not a local.
Someone, we need help.
I can tell. You're not covered in swamp moss.
What do you want?
Want some food or drink? Someone in the inn can get it for you. Be warned, the cook is terrible. I should know. I used to work there. Oh yeah, I know Kiv. Men like him, they're a lot of fun. Until they drag you into some scheme of theirs and you lose your job. Slimy Fetcher has already moved on. What did he do now? Not shocking. He's a schemer. Left some stuff behind in the tavern and left in a flash. I vouched for him, so I lost my job. Feel free to look through his pack. I think he was headed for Wayrest. Oh, I'm gonna have to lay off the Shane. You know that weird taste at the back of your throat when the Shane goes bad? I've got that. Yeah. Now, he's a thief, of course, and a charmer. That's how he gets you. I first met him in Evinhart. I had nothing valuable, so I wasn't a mark. I only work in places like this to pay for my alchemy studies. He showed back up in town, flashing some merchant house signet ring. He said he'd gone straight, spent big, charging everything to the house. Chow Chow, the cook, knew something was fishy and got the owner involved. Kiv bolted, and I got fired. What I should do is move on, find another job, continue my studies. But part of me wouldn't mind seeing Kiv get some payback. Maybe I'll take a page from your book, sir, yeah? Track him down in Wayrest and pay him back. I'd known him for a while, casual, before we started up our thing. He treats a person nice when he just wants to have fun. Got a good sense of him. But live and learn and do not take my pride, I suppose. I'll be fine. Lesson learned. I've been making some experimental alchemical mixtures, and I'd love to try them out on Kiv.
We're looking for a double-crossing, two-timing thief and rogue who is also apparently quite the charmer. Ugh. Let's take a look at Kiv's things. See if they hold any clues. This is nice. Aurelia and I used to go camping like this on High Isle. Seems like a long, long time ago. Stendar help us. I guess we're heading to Wayrest. Wayrest is a pretty big place. Didn't that letter say Jules is often at the Temple of the Divines? Let's try there.
Don't be surprised if you see me in Wayrest. That fetcher deserves some payback.
I've been reading about Wayrest since I was a kid. The books don't do it justice. It's so big. What should we do first? Visit the docks? Have some food? So many options.
How could I have trusted him? Is there something you need? This is a rather difficult time. Kiv, what? Have you found him? Is he all right? Steady on, Jules. You're better than this. Let me start again. I know Kiv very well. I believe he made off with several items of value. In fact, I handed one to him personally. I poked through his things when he was bathing. I found a note from someone named Goldleaf about a meeting in Belkarth. The note seemed as much personal as business. I confronted him, and now he's gone. I've half a mind to warn this Goldleaf.
Are you Jules? I can tell by your face that Fetcher left you in the lurch.
This is just like a romance novel I read once.
Oh, no.
Aurelia is going to go beet red when she hears what an absolute scoundrel she got herself involved with. And now his other victims are along for the ride. Now that we've met Jules and Galedra, I think he acted out of character with Aurelia. He must have wanted the signet ring badly. He's nervous, maybe not as careful. I truly wish I hadn't given that thing to Aurelia. Well, when I gave it to her, my feelings towards her were very different. I thought I loved her. I assumed Aurelia would realize what the ring meant to me, and so in turn she'd understand what she meant to me. Drake, no. She's still my best friend, but we've taken such different paths in our lives. It never would have worked out. If you're still game, let's head for Craglorn. Seems we'll have lots of company in Belkarth.
Honestly, I find this quite invigorating. Taking action against a scoundrel, seeking justice for the spurned. I rather do wish he hadn't been so dashing.
Guess we'll see you in Belkarth. Don't worry, we'll get that Fetcher. He's not gonna get away this time.
I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be a quick trip to Stros Makai. Now we're running off to Craglorn after a thieving skeever with my family's signet ring.
Can't you see I'm eating? Off with you, troll bait!
My food was voted least likely to cause a stomachache in a region-wide cooking competition. Lucky for you.
Looks like our, friends are already here.
Yogi, you have to listen. That Fetcher will just cut and run, the same as he did to us.
Oh, you're giving me a headache. And what's this, more of you? This is not how I figured today would go.
Let's talk to Gold.
Was just about to meet with this Kiv Linders, and then these two show up, and now you.
She's not lying.
Busy time at the tavern.
Listen to the young woman.
Kiv and I have kind of been flirting with the idea of doing business for a while, and then I get a letter from him saying he's working with the Valois Mercantile, so I say sign me up. Moving high Isle silks over here on the continent, very desirable among some of my clientele, but from what I'm hearing now, this was all just a con. Oh, that's the pits. Look, I have my own family's good name to protect. I was gonna meet him in the basement here. Entrance is around the side. Why don't you and your imposing friend here go chat with him?
You three stay here. We'll handle this.
Don't kill him. I can't get revenge on him if he's dead.
We shall be right behind you, adventurer. Just try not to hurt his beautiful face, all right? It's so pleasant to look at.
That skeever is going to want to bargain, isn't he? It makes me so angry. He should be arrested. But if he'll give us the signet back...
Like trouble. We're out of here, Linders.
Wait, Fulmort! Look at what you two did. You screwed up a great business opportunity. Okay. I give. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. Friends of Aurelia Jorvel, right? You got me. Kiv Linders, at your service. Your soothing night buddy must be Isabel. She wants her ring back. I don't want to be killed. We've got no problems here. You can't. Not really. But you can absolutely trust that I want to walk away from this with my hide intact. I'm betting you're more willing to chat than the stabby sword lady here. And I've got to tell you where the ring is. I hid it, but I'll tell you where it is. You found me once. I'm sure you can find me again. Just let me leave with my beautiful face on my perfect body. All right? Buried at the base of a twin-spire rock. It's just north of Ogandar's winery. Hey, no offense, but I hope we never meet again. Wait, what friends?
Hello, you fetching fetcher. You cost me my job.
I feel we've come up with punishment that fits his crimes. And we'd like you to choose, please, and thank you.
That fetching... Kiv will just seduce a guard and slip out of town if we turn him in. I have a better idea. Well, I had to stop studying alchemy because I lost my job. What better way to punish him than to try out one of my concoctions? It's a transformative admixture that should turn him into a skeever for a few days. I'm sure I did the measurements right. It'll last for a week at most, maybe a month. Look, it's a bit experimental, but my instructor was really pleased. And best of all, it's applied to the skin, so it has more uses than a drinkable concoction.
Galedra and I have rather different perspectives on punishing Kiv, but we agree he must face some measure of justice. If we just turn him over to the guards, I suspect he'll charm his way out of jail, the same way he charmed me out of... Never mind. Well, Kiv made me feel quite foolish, but I'm not actually angry with him. I want to cherish the time I had with the rogue. Mara, protect a loving heart from such mistakes. I propose to make arrangements to have Kiv taken to a remote monastery. Oh, the Brothers of the Bond are a strict order. Kiv won't be able to leave for 1 full year. It's my hope that he will learn from their philosophy. Also, they are a strictly celibate group. I believe that will help him clear his mind. Kiv, I am taking you on a journey. Time spent in contemplation and service among the Brothers of the Bond will make you a better person.
Hey, wait, no. I am not going to any monastery.
Oh, nighty-night, Kiv.
Thank you, Galedra. By the time that wears off, we'll be halfway to the monastery.
I was hoping to try my new concoction. Still, I love this plan. Kiv, forced to live with a group of celibate, contemplative monks? He will hate that.
It does make me a bit sad that Kiv will not appreciate the favor I'm doing for him. Many would pay well to have the time, solitude, and space to contemplate their life decisions. My hope is that he will emerge all the better for this experience.
If the ring isn't where he said it would be, we're going to go back there. I'll hold him up by his greasy hair and you'll whack him like a witch's fest candy totem. that rock with the 2 points. Didn't that greedy skeever say twin spires? If the ring isn't where he said it would be, we're going to go back there. I'll hold him up by his greasy hair and you'll whack him like a witch's fest candy totem. Drake looks like he was honest. This time. Finally holding it again. This little thing caused so much trouble. Damn. I can't tell you what it means to have this back. Just looking at it, my emotions have me all tangled up. Aurelia knew me better than anyone in the whole world when I gave her this ring. But she didn't know what the ring meant. She never really understood it. Or me. The only thing I want in the whole of Tamriel right now is to see my parents. I need to tell them what happened. Leave this with them for safekeeping. Maybe get a hug from my mom. My parents live in a townhouse near the port in Gonfalon Bay, back on High Isle. I'd love for them to meet you. My parents live down by the harbor. I'm sure they'll be happy to see me. Less happy when they hear about the ring, probably. But we have a good relationship. I'm not nervous. Nope. If you see a pawn shop, give a shout. I want to get a gift for Aurelia. not nervous. You're nervous. My parents live down by the harbor. I'm sure they'll be happy to see me. Less happy when they hear about the ring, probably. But we have a good relationship. I'm not nervous. Nope.
Bella, is that you? Come on up. We're just upstairs.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. I have some news. A thief stole my old signet ring and may have caused us some issues. Don't worry. My friend and I are looking into it.
That would explain some letters we've received.
We caught the thief and I have the ring, but I want you to have it. I clearly can't keep it safe.
I am sure there's a story here, and I bet it involves Aurelia. But for now, I'm just so glad to see you.
My friend, I am proud to introduce you to the Honorable Delvin Valois and Lady Mariette Valois.
Welcome. Isabel writes us often, so we feel like we know you already. Nice to put a face to the name at last. Delvin Valois, great to meet you. Isabel speaks very highly of you.
Such a pleasure to finally meet you, Mariette Valois. We travel a lot, and it's been hard to get Bella back here for dinner.
So, now you've met my parents. They really are the sweetest people, even if they can be a little much. Very sure. If I lose the ring on our travels, it could end up in another scoundrel's pockets. Plus, it feels right that the ring returns to my real home, closing a chapter from my past. Yes, exactly. I'd much rather it sit on the mantle here, a reminder of my devotion to my family, and no longer a reminder of the Isabel from all those years ago. We saw justice done and put right something I should have sorted a long time ago. This adventure has reminded me how important it is to be honest with the people you care about. So, hey, your friendship means the world to me. Thanks. Thank you both. I'll feel a lot better if I know you have it. I love you guys.
Of course we'll hold it for you. But you know we trust you.
Just let us know if you need any help sorting out where he went, all right? We love you too. If I know my Bella, she's been beating herself up about this ring business. Tell her not to worry, all right? If anything's gone awry, we'll put it to rights.
I wish we'd been there with you, to see her win the tourney. It's so good to meet you now, though, and to see Bella. Next time you come by, we'll have dinner together, and I can tell you all sorts of stories from when she was a little girl.
Next chance I get, I'll stop home again. Have some proper time with my parents. And try to talk my mother out of forcing you to dinner. Stendar help me.
Clear skies and calm waves.
I trained with the...
Is it?
Don't cause...
Don't let them...
Clear skies.
I'm a fool.
What?
I trained with the battle.
Is it possible?
Don't call...
People say you should never mix colors.
I'm a big talking.
What?
What?
I trained with the battle.
Is it customary?
Greetings!
Don't call...
Bow in the presence of screw.
Clear skies and...
What?
What?
I trained with the...
Is it custom?
Bow in the presence.
People say... Clear skies.
What?
Bow in the presence. Bow in the...
People say you should never mix... People say... Is it... Next chance I get, I'll stop home again. Have some proper time with my parents. And try to talk my mother out of forcing you to dinner. Stengar help me.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. I have some news. A thief stole my old signet ring and may have caused us some issues. Don't worry. My friend and I are looking into it.
That would explain some letters we've received.
We caught the thief and I have the ring, but I want you to have it. I clearly can't keep it safe.
I am sure there's a story here, and I bet it involves Aurelia. But for now, I'm just so glad to see you.
My friend, I am proud to introduce you to the Honorable Delvin Valois and Lady Myriette Valois.
Welcome. Isabel writes us often, so we feel like we know you already. Nice to put a face to the name at last. Delvin Valois, great to meet you. Isabel speaks very highly of you.
Isabel writes us, tells us all about her travels with you. She says she's learning so much.
How can I help?
Nice to put a face to the name at last.
My dockhands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm on the coast. Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Baccara. You there, might we speak?
Come on, just one more match. Give me a chance to win my gold back.
And what will you bet? That ridiculous nose ring? Find another racket, Bragas. Tribute ain't for you.
Heard all that, eh? Guifa's a palms up card sharp. One of the best tribute players in town. But like I always say, if you want to take the measure of a grot, you've got to climb. That nose ring jibe was unnecessary, right? I'll get her next time. Tales of Tribute. It's a card game, a scavenger hunt. Zen's price. It's practically a religion for some folks. Players match wits and decks in a contest of courage, preparation, and skill. You want fame? Gold? It's all there for the taking. Ah, fresh player. Excellent. First things first. You need to learn the rules of the game, and you'll need a couple of decks of tribute cards, of course. Find Razamad in the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Tell him Bragas sent you. He'll get you sorted. Razamad's the game baron here in Gonfalon Bay. You won't find a kinder or more knowledgeable player west of High Rock. Not that he'll go easy on your mind. He expects the best from the players he trains. Trust me, I should know. Freeze bones. An introduction would be nice, wouldn't it? Call me Bragas. professional gambler, and semi-professional everything else. Aside from sailor, of course, I hate the water. The better question would be, what made you leave Valenwood? The answer, my friend, is debt collectors. Vigorous ones. Once I save up enough, I might go back, but I'm in no hurry. When a stiff breeze comes through, the sisters are really beautiful. Oh, Gweetha, just a lover spat. She loves making fun of my nose ring, and I love losing money to her, apparently. Match made in Aetherius. Usually, no. Most players are in it for the joy of competition, but you know what they say? If there's an uncertain outcome, someone's got gold on it. I play a lot of unsanctioned matches. Putting skin in the game keeps things fresh. Aye, that big building there. Used to be a House Mournard villa, believe it or not. House Dewfort seized it during the transition of the duchy, but get tired of paying for the upkeep. The Duchess sold the place to Razamad about a year ago. Well, we drink in there too. People need a place to relax, chum. The ancient anchor's fine for sailors on shore leave, but people looking for a really good time always come here. Plus, it serves as our tribute chapter seat. Yeah, a chapter is like a team of sorts. The Gonfalon chapter meets here. But we're wandering into the weeds a bit. Focus on the game first. We'll discuss the rest later. Oh, Gweetha, just a lover spat. She loves making fun of my nose ring, and I love losing money to her, apparently.
Greetings, my friend, and welcome to the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Please, drink and make merry. We have many strong players gracing the hall today. Lots of action. Tales of Tribute is free to watch, but far more fun to play. Do you play, Wayfarer? Then you have come to the right place. Tales of Tribute is a game of stories, some fantastical, and others all too real. Two players share their tales with decks of cards. The game is elegant and easy to learn, but it takes great effort to master. First, you will need 2 decks. Each deck represents a different story, a different strategy. Your opponent brings 2 decks as well. Once you and your adversary combine your decks, the game can begin. A shared pool, you see. A level field of play. Make your way to the beginner's lounge and find my associate, Bragas. Tell him Razamad approved an initiation match. He will lend you a pair of decks and teach you the basics. Complete this trial and return to me for your reward. Dear Bragas often strays, but never for long. His coin rarely holds out. He must be back by now, safe within the confines of the gaming hall where he can be supervised. Do not worry, though. Bragas is a fine player. He will teach you well. Yes, of course. As Bragas no doubt told you, I am Razamad. I hold many roles and offices: Tribute Master, Game Baron, and Proprietor of this hall. I also lead our regional Roysters Club chapter, the Gonfalon chapter. Yes, the Roysters Club. It is a far-reaching organization that administrates all aspects of Tales of Tribute. They organize tournaments, publish new rules, sponsor chapters, and, most importantly, they manufacture the cards themselves. Anyone with a pair of tribute decks, a Game Baron sponsorship, and a thirst for competition, yes, complete your training, and it will be my honor to welcome you into the club. Bragas, yes. He loves the game in his way. I wish he exercised more caution. He often forgets how much he has to lose. But he's a bright lad, full of youthful energy and hope. That is more than I can say about most people in this world.
Ha-ha! If it isn't my new old friend. Found the place easy enough, eh? Pull up a chair, have a drink. As long as you're buying, of course. I'm a little light in the purse at the moment. So you talked to Razamad yet? Oh, did he? Oh, I love it when we bring new players into the fold. Gets boring playing the same old salts day after day. We need new blood in here. Now, before we begin, you'll need these. 2 tribute decks you can borrow for educational purposes. You try to defeat me, of course. First to 40 prestige, or winning the favour of all the patrons, is the victor. Don't worry, chum. I'll explain that as we go along. And loosen up, eh? You'll do fine. I'll go easy on you. You're making me nervous standing around like that. Come on, have a seat. Let's get started. Oh, did he? Oh, I love it when we bring new players into the fold. You try to defeat me, of course. First to 40 prestige, or winning the favour of all the patrons, is the victor. Don't worry, chum. I'll explain that as we go along. And loosen up, eh? You'll do fine. I'll go easy on you. Right. The essence of the game is to buy cards to add to your play deck. Each of us will use our play deck to score prestige, until one of us gets enough prestige to win. Lots of cards, eh? The ones on your side of the table are yours. The ones on my side are mine. The cards in the middle are what we call the tavern. We each claim cards from the tavern to improve our play decks and earn enough prestige to win. You'll take the first turn. Let's both draw our starting hands. Each of your cards have a coin value, see? You can use their coin value to buy cards into your play deck from the tavern, the center of the table. Try to keep track of the value of the cards in your hand. Each card has a cost, a suit, and an effect. If I were you, well, this card here seems like the right one for you to buy with the coin that you have, so claim it. When you buy a card, you subtract its cost from your coin total, and you get the card. Then a new card replaces that card in the tavern. You still have enough coin to buy another card, so let's do that. Now, you can't play a card you bought right away. When you buy a card, it goes into a cooldown pile here, see? You can see at a glance what card suits are in your cooldown pile. It looks like you don't have enough coin to buy any other cards, and there's nothing else you can do at the moment. When that happens, you signal that your turn is over. Any resources you have at the end of your turn will be cleared once your turn is over, except prestige, that is. Once your turn ends, you discard your cards and draw 5 new ones. You can start to plan your next turn while I take mine. That said, you should always keep an eye on what your opponent is up to on their turn. They might buy a card or take an action that will force you to revise your plans. So now, it's my turn. I'll control the table until I signal the end of my turn. See if you can figure out my strategy based on my actions. Well, well. The cards you drew gave you both gold and power. Power has 2 uses. The first is combat. But it also turns into prestige at the end of your turn. Remember? Earning prestige is how you win. Remember when I told you that your currencies get cleared when you end your turn? Well, power doesn't carry over between turns. But when you do signal the end of your turn, any power you have left over turns into prestige. Good to know, eh? See these little fellows? They're our patrons. Each deck comes with its own patron, and they play an important role in how the deck works. See? Each patron has something they want. A price, let's call it. They also have something to offer. A reward. Pay a patron's price, and you'll get their reward. You have to pay the price all at once, and you usually get the reward immediately. Try paying one of these patrons. Whichever one you choose to pay will offer you a boon. Just keep in mind, you're only allowed to pay one patron per turn. They can get a little jealous. The patron you just paid, notice anything different about them? They favor you now. All patrons start in a neutral bent, and then show favor to whoever pays them first. Of course, you can pay a patron that favors your opponent. If you do, that patron will become neutral. Pay them again on a later turn, and then they'll favor you. And here's a tip. If you ever can get all patrons on the table to favor you, you'll win the game. Even if you have less prestige than your opponent, just one more thing to keep an eye on. All right, you need to draw new cards, but your deck is empty. Now we shuffle your cooldown pile, and that becomes your new draw pile. You might draw cards you bought last turn, as well as those you started with. Your cooldown pile is empty. That means all the cards you started with or bought during play are now in your draw pile. Right, it's my turn again. I'm going to draw some coin, use it to buy a card, and draw some power from my play deck, which will become prestige when my turn ends. Just like your turn, only, more experienced. Those cards you drew can trigger a combo. See how they have extra effects if you draw another card that matches their suit? Luckily, you bought cards with the suit you need to trigger these combos. Some of the most powerful effects on cards come from combos, and a card will tell you how much of each suit you need to activate its combo effect. Great players always try to trigger combos, so keep track of those suits. We're closing in on the end. I can tell by keeping track of the prestige we've earned. For this practice match, we're keeping the total small, but in a real game, you'll need more prestige to win. A grand victory! Well, maybe a little too grand. Go talk to Master Razamad and tell him you bested me. Just don't get cocky. Next time won't be so easy. This is just the beginning. There are more decks to acquire and more, slightly less handsome players to defeat. Now, I know our lesson went quickly, so if you're confused on any details, check out the handbook there on the bar.
I'm in your service. I'm at your service, of course. I wouldn't have offered you my service if I didn't trust you, my friend. A knight's word is her bond. What would you ask of me? Of course. What did you want to discuss? Stendar willing, our adventures have only just begun. My blade is yours. I'm at your service, of course. The Daedra fill me with... loathing isn't the right word. Fury. Their darkness threatens everyone and everything on Nirn. Stendar gives me the strength to fight them, and I swear to do so at every turn. Ready to write the next chapter of our tale?
You return victorious, yes? I hope you enjoyed the match. I have played countless games of both luck and skill, and truly, Tales of Tribute is the best by far. So, now that you've learned the rules, do you wish to continue your gaming journey? Now, you claim membership in the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club, a fraternity of tribute players committed to fair play and stiff competition. As an official Royster, you will gain access to a host of opponents and decks of your very own. Oh, countless rewards! With each victory, you will rise higher in the club rankings, do well enough, and you may even earn the right to challenge the club's founders, the creators of the game itself. So what do you say? Will you join us? Then, it is my honor to furnish you with your first pair of decks, and welcome you wholeheartedly to the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club. May good fortune shine on you, my friend. I am eager to see you put those cards to good use. You joined the Roysters Club at an opportune time. Smaller club chapters are preparing for a series of tournaments, ours included. The contest will not begin for some time, though, so I suggest you get some more practice in the meantime. The gaming hall provides a wealth of opportunities for Roysters Club members. Why not look around and familiarize yourself with them? Bragas can make the proper introductions. Speak with Soren, too. She's another protege of mine. As in all things, the best way to improve is through doing. Set out and find new opponents. Win or lose, your skills will grow, and your strategies will sharpen. Once you establish yourself in the beginner's circuit, return to me for a reward. Remember, in these early days, winning and losing mean little. Regardless of a match's outcome, you must see every game as an opportunity to hone your skills. It may sound nonsensical, but sometimes losing is the surest route to improvement. I would be happy to. The tournament started informally. Premier players like myself and Talib Fells gathered in major cities to match wits and sharpen our game. The Roysters Club leadership caught wind of it and began sponsoring official events. Well, many of the players who participated in those early matches went on to form teams, which, in the fullness of time, became club-sponsored chapters. Now those chapters compete against one another in groups. It is better to share a victory, yes? A grand prize, yes. The Roysters Club and city governments all contribute to a weighty purse. But in truth, the greatest tribute players compete for pride and glory, not coin. And the revels, of course. The Gonfalon chapter loves to celebrate. No, my friend, I have achieved all that I set out to achieve at the tournament level. Now, I prefer to observe, teach, and celebrate my pupils' victories. Mostly the celebrating part. With luck and determination, we may raise a glass to you someday.
August, I told you. I can't do that. You know the rules. Those days are behind me.
Yeah, of course. Just trying to help out my friends. No worries, alright?
I learned long ago to set no goals and abandon all expectations. There's a lot to recommend it.
I'm just here because I need a quiet place to plot revenge. I mean, reflect on my life choices. Yeah, that is it.
I heard once that it was Sanjin who gave Khajiit the secret of wine by spilling the blood of the grapes. I don't care much for Daedra or the vines, but him I like.